Today we have a workout which is for the people who are, for example, recovering from some lower back issue. So it is a very gentle workout which is working on improving your lower back strength and giving some mobility. It has a very long warm-up for about maybe half an hour, and then half an hour of yoga stretches, maybe for sun salutation. If you have anything that you can use to support your lower back, maybe a block or a foam roller, you can have it. Take it closer to you. And we're gonna start with a pelvic tilt. So we're gonna lay on the back and stretch a little bit the lower back before we start. So see if you can grab your heels, lift your lower back, place support underneath the sacral area of your back, palms pushing into the mat, shoulder blades pushing into the mat. Then relax for a couple of seconds, and then we will go for a little pelvic tilt. So hold your support with your hands, and breathe in, and lift your hips up, and breathe out. Squeeze your abs and carefully bring your lower back down, up. Try really to manipulate all the back, all the way down up to tailbone. So when you lift, try to lift completely and tilt everything up, even your tailbone, your hips, and go down. And again, up and down. Your shoulder blades are pushing into the floor, giving more and more bending in your back. A couple of times more. If you're doing fine, you can bring your feet a little bit closer, approximately hip width. Last two. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Come back gently all the way down to the mat. We're going to stretch one leg. So bring your knee all the way up to your chest. And back. And the other leg. And then we're going to go for a single leg stretch. So we're going to just bring one leg down and up and down and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go for a little stretch. Twist, knee towards one side and your head towards the other side. Relax your shoulders are pushing into the floor. And change. Other leg close to the chest, and we are stretching out the opposite leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's go for the spinal twist. So knee one side and your head towards the other side. Relax your shoulders, press them into the mat. Nice. A couple of seconds more. And come back. Press your knees into your chest. And we're going to go for a Yogic Bicycle. So we will stretch the legs a little bit more vigorously and involve now also the arms. So one leg is going out and the elbow is coming to the opposite knee and back. And then the other one. And breathe in, extend, breathe out, crunch. Keep going as vigorously as you can. Last 4, last 3, last 2, and last one. Great. All right. Now we're going to go for partial sit-ups. Be very careful with this one. If you have a lot of lower back pain at the moment, then keep your legs on the hip width and your feet pointed. If you don't have acute problems in the lower back, you can put your legs together and flex your feet. This will give a little bit more exercise to your lower back. However, if you're recovering, open up your legs, point your feet slowly, one vertebra after another. You go down to the mat. You breathe in, stretch, and you breathe out, sit up. If your back is hurting, you don't need to go lower than this. Arms at the shoulder level, leaning slightly forward. Breathing back and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last 8. Last 7. Last 6. Last 5. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And the last one. If you can, grab your toes and stretch a little bit. Lean slightly forward. All right. Okay, now we're going to go back to the bridge exercise. Only now we are going to make it a little bit more active. So without any support, if this is possible for you, lift your hips up and down. Up and down. Up and down. If it works well, you can interlace your fingers underneath your spine. Press your arms into the floor. Lift a little bit more and go down. A small tilt, up and down. A couple of times more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, we're going to try to lift one leg up. Breathe in, breathe out. Completely stretch and return. If you cannot stretch your leg, if your leg is hurting, then you just lift as much as you can. Walk one leg up and down. 8 times the same leg. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Cross your leg. Rest your leg over the other knee and go for a small pelvic tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open up your hips. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Release. Relax for a second, and then we're going to change the leg. Ready? Let's go. Lift. Cross your fingers. Venus lock if you want. Bring one leg up. Stretch completely out. And gently stretch, bring down. Lift. Stretch. And gently bring down. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Cross your leg. A small tilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And release. Bring your knees close to your chest. Stretch a little bit. We're gonna go for the upper body stretch. So you breathe out, bring your head close to your knees. Now you breathe in, elongate your neck and pull back. Last 3. Last 2. And the last one. All right. Good. So we're going to change a little bit from lower body to upper body. And bring yourself to the belly. We're going to go first for the Sphinx. Elbows and palms on the floor, underneath your shoulder, toes together, heels slightly apart, and you breathe in, you lift your head, chin is parallel with the floor, thus not stretching in your neck, chin parallel with the floor. Breathe out, go down. Breathe in, go up. And breathe out, go down. Breathe in. And breathe out. All right. Let's try now to also open the arms. Breathe in. Open your arms at the level of your shoulders. And breathe out. Extend in front of you. Breathe in. And breathe out. 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 Alright, let's try for the swimming. One leg and one arm from the floor. Breathe in, breathe out, down. Elongate, so the distance from your toes to your fingers, elongate as much as possible. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Bring your arms behind you. Toes together, heels apart. Bring your ear down, relax a little bit. And then change the side of your head. Relax your shoulders, relax your back. From here we will try for the locust. So if you have a lot of problems in your lower back, locust can be a little bit hard exercise. So you just do what you can. First you will just do with the upper body. So you breathe in and hold there for about 3 to 5 breathings. Now you can also extend in your neck. Try to look a little bit more up. And relax. One side, other side. Change. Now let's go for the other one. So bring your hands together behind your back, cross your fingers, and if you can, open up your upper back even more. You can try to add a little bit to it. Lift one leg up, bring back, lift other leg up, and bring back, and again, lift your leg up, bring back, other leg, and bring back. 2 more times. And one last time. All right. Again, a little rest. Other side. The rest is at the same time also a little stretch in your neck. And then we will try to lift everything, arms and legs. So stretch your arms in front of you, lay them down on the floor, elongate as much as you can between your legs, your toes and your fingers. Breathe in and lift, making the length between the toes and the fingers as long as possible. Nice. Last stretch. Other side. All right, good. A little bit more of the warm up. We're gonna return to the back, and I'll try to stretch the legs when they're completely straight. All right, so go gently to your back, but now don't lay completely down. You can just keep your neck from the floor up. I'm gonna try to lift your leg, grab somewhere underneath your knee, and you breathe in, you pull inwards 2 times. The first time, you only pull as much as you can, whatever it is. For example, if you can only go until here, but keep your legs straight, that's okay. The second time, you pull a little bit more inwards. If you have a lot of problem and you really cannot keep your legs straight, then I really recommend you to take a belt or a scarf or anything that you can wrap around your foot and pull the leg inwards. So let's try. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. 4 more times. Last time. All right. Change your leg. Other leg. Breathe in. A couple of times more. One last time. All right. Now we're gonna try to lift one leg and the opposite arm and meet them in the middle. So leg completely straight, arm completely straight. So let's try. Breathe in, breathe out. And change other leg and the opposite arm. Nice. All right. Relax a little bit your neck. Lift your knees up and we're going to try for dead bugs. So you're going to have your legs and your arms all in the air. And then you breathe in, you open one leg and the opposite arm 8 times. You breathe out, bring back. And the other side 8 times. Okay, let's try to alternate. One arm, one leg, and then other arm, other leg. Last 4, last 3, last 2, last 1. All right. Okay, now from here, we're going to try to open one leg to the side and one arm to the opposite side 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And change other leg and the opposite arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. bring back together. Place your hands underneath your head. And we're going to try to swing the knees from one side to the other side. So breathe in, knees one side, and breathe out, bring back. If it's hard to bring your arms up, press your arms into the floor at about mid-level between your shoulders and your hips. So breathe in and breathe out. 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 Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last two. Last. Alright, good. Alright, now let's go for cat and cow to go forward. Press your shins into the mat. Legs hip width. Press your palms into the floor. Fingers open, index fingers pointing forward. And then try to make a flexible movement in your back. So not zigzag, but really like a wave, just one way. So breathe in, lift your head up. And breathe out, and try bending your legs from the tailbone up. So first in your tailbone, then in your hips, then in your chest, then in your shoulders, then in your neck. Breathe out. And breathe in, same thing. From down, tailbone, hips, belly, chest, shoulders, neck. Breathe in and breathe out, tailbone. Press your belly into your spine. And breathe in. Two more. Alright, good. Now we're going to stand up and do a little bit of yoga. Before we start the sun salutations, we're just going to stretch a little bit more for the legs. So let me just open this so we can see what we're doing. Okay. So now first we're going to start with a leg stretch before we go for the sun salutations. So find your balance in one foot. My left foot is a little bit sick, so I might need sometimes to touch the wall. Try to lift your leg up, flex your foot, and bring down. And then try the other leg. Find your balance in your other leg. Lift and release. If you can, lift your leg, grab your toe from the inside and Slowly stretch your leg out. Return. Try the other leg. Breathe in. Grab your big toe, find your balance. And breathe out, stretch. If you can also try to grab your toe with the opposite arm. Then it is a little bit more tricky. So breathe in. Try to grab your toe with the opposite arm. And breathe out, stretch. Breathe back. Breathe in. Breathe out, stretch. Alright, good. Let's go for a couple of sun salutations. The first one is just going to be with the down dog. So come to the top of your mat. Breathe in. Open your arms sideways. And breathe out, forward fold. As much as you can. If you can reach the floor, press your fingers into the floor. Otherwise, press your hands into your lower legs. Breathe in, extend the length between your tailbone and the crown. Stretch your back. And breathe out. Down to the mat. Onto your knees. And your chest. And breathe in, cobra. Elbows pushing backwards. Opening your neck, your chest. And breathe out, child's pose. Take your time, stretch a little bit your back, push your belly into your spine. Press your forehead into the mat and press. Breathe in and look forward. And breathe out, down dog. Feet on the hip distance. Breathe in, bend your knees, squat. And breathe out, stretch. Breathe in inwards. And breathe out, stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, look up. Bring your feet back to the top of the mat. Stretch your back. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, lift. And breathe out, close. Good. Let's do one sun salutation with a chair and with a low lunge and a little bit of the stretch for your hamstrings. Breathe in, open your arms. And breathe out, chair. Breathe in, arms up. And breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, half lift, stretch your back. And breathe out, down to the mat. Breathe in cobra. And breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, right leg up. Stretch your leg. Breathe out. Swing your leg forward. Place your foot in between your hands. Your left knee is going down to the mat. Shin is pressing down to the mat. Press your hips a little bit more forward and down. If you have good stability, breathe in, low lunge, open your arms forward and up. Breathe out, bring your arms down. Tuck your toe into the mat, lift your legs down to a pyramid. Breathe in, low lunge. Breathe out, pyramid. Breathe in, low lunge. And breathe out. Great. Breathe in, high plank. And breathe out, down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. And breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. And breathe out, left leg forward. Right knee to the mat. Press your hips a little bit more forward. And breathe in, lift your arms up, low lunge. And breathe out, bring your arms down to the mat. Lift your hips. Swing your head in the direction of your knee, pyramid. Low lunge, breathe in. And breathe out, pyramid. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in, high plank. Breathe out, down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. In your down dog, push your chest down in the direction of your knees. Look in between your knees. Keep your legs straight. Relax your neck. Breathe in, high plank. Bring your foot forward. The other one. Stretch your back. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, chair. Breathe out, exit. Alright, nice. Okay. For the next exercise, you might need a block or something that can give you some stability in the half moon position. So maybe a book or something like that. Keep it somewhere close to the mat. In your chair, we're gonna go for a little spinal twist, left and right. Breathe in and breathe out. Chair. Correct your chair. Pull your hips backwards. Can you check if you can still see your toes very well? To be sure that you're doing this exercise, you can put something like a little ball in between your knees and press your knees into that. Try not to lose the ball when you're twisting, because if you move your knees when you twist, one go forward and the other back, you will lose your object. It will also give you a sign that you're not doing the exercise correctly. So breathe in the middle and breathe out, twist. So press your knees together, but open your chest. Press your palms, but open your elbows as wide as possible. Look up. And slowly return. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side. Breathe in. Return. Pull the object back. And then breathe in. Extend your back. Breathe out. Down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, right leg up. Breathe out, right foot forward. Prepare for warrior one. Left foot slightly turned out towards the outside. If you have good balance, if your knee is just above your ankle, breathe in, bring your arms up. Warrior one. Open your hips towards the top of the mat. Push your hips forward. Make your back long, but push your shoulders down. Breathe in and breathe out. Replace your foot for warrior two. So a little bit more heels in one line. Arms open and very long. Your hips are opening towards the long side of the mat. Breathe in and reverse your warrior. Only your upper body is moving. Your legs are staying where they are. And breathe out. Arrow. Press your elbow down into the knee and make a straight line from your heel to your fingers on the left side. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want, and if you can, lean slightly forward and take the block that you have in front of you. You want to go for the half moon. So you're going to lean forward. Try to lift your leg up and press your arm into the object in front of you. All right. And then slowly breathe in, open your shoulder towards the ceiling and try to open your arm as well while looking upwards. This is a half moon position. And breathe in and breathe out. Return down. Slowly go down to the mat. High plank. Breathe in and breathe out down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Breathe out, warrior one. Left leg forward, in between your hands. Press your right foot, especially the back side of your foot, into the mat. Your knee is just above your ankle. If you have strength in your legs, breathe in, arms up, warrior one. Breathe in, replace slightly your feet, and warrior two. Elongate the length between the fingers on the left hand and the right hand. Check if they are in one line. Gaze just above the fingers on your hand. Breathe in, reverse your warrior, and breathe out, arrow. Breathe in, reverse. And breathe out, arrow. Breathe in, and then if your leg is strong enough, go for the half moon. So place your object in front of you, find some good balance, and try to lift the other leg up. If this goes well, if you're strong enough, then open your shoulder, your arm, and look up. Whenever you are ready, slowly come down to the mat, high plank. Breathe out down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. Breathe out, down dog. And stay in your down dog, recover. 3 to 5 breathings. Whenever you're ready, breathe in, look up. Bring your feet forward. Stretch it back. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, chair. And exhale. Nice. Okay, so now our last flow for today is going to be sun salutation with the pigeon flow. But we're going to do a little stretch before we go there. Preparation for the eagle and eagle itself. So in your preparation for the eagle, find your balance on one foot, for example, left foot for me, and then cross the other leg as if you're going to sit, so like this. If you can, bring your hands in the prayer pose and try to gently bring yourself a little bit more down. When you breathe out, Open your hips. And return anytime you can. And change the leg, other leg. So cross, flex your foot, open your hip, arms in the prayer pose. Breathe in and breathe out. Sit a little bit deeper, opening your hips more and more than your lower back. Return whenever you want. And from here, let's go for the eagle. Breathe in, arms up, and breathe out. Cross your arms, stretch your shoulder blades. Pull your elbows downward, open in your upper back. Breathe in and lift your leg up. And breathe out, cross your leg and put behind or onto the floor. And then try to slowly breathe out and bend down. And release. First your leg, then your arm. Breathe in and change. Breathe out. Bring your elbows down. Breathe in, lift your leg. And breathe out, cross. If you can, breathe in and slowly, while you breathe out, bend inward. Sit a little bit deeper. Try to bring your elbows just above your knees, not inside. And exhale. Rest your leg and your arm. Prepare for the sun salutation. Breathe in. Breathe out. Chair. Breathe in. Arms up. And breathe out. Forward fold. Breathe in, half lift. And breathe out, down to the mat. Breathe in, cobra. And breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, right leg up. And breathe out. Swing your right leg to the mat just behind your head. If you can, bring your right hip all the way down. If you cannot, you can always use something to support you. Then stretch your hip, opening your leg more and more horizontally in front of you. The other leg is pulling backwards. With time, try to lean slightly forward. Breathe in and breathe out. Fold in front of you, your elbows down, your head down. If you feel good, okay, all the way back, bring your lower leg up, grab your foot, push your elbow downwards, and so bring your lower leg a little bit more close to your body. Your hip is going down to the mat. On the way back, first down dog, and then scorpion your right leg, lift your right leg, and scorpion like a scorpion tail over the hip. If this goes well, you can gently bring your feet down to the mat and open your arms. And return. High plank, down to the mat. Cobra. And down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. And breathe out, left leg in front of you. Use something to support yourself if you want. Flex your foot, left foot, your right foot is pointing. Lean your hips forward. Breathe in. And breathe out. Fold. If you want to go for the lower leg stretch, that's okay. So you just lift your lower leg, grab with your hand, and pull inwards. And then release, bring yourself first to down dog, and then scorpion your leg over your right hip. So left leg up and over. If you like it, go for the flipped dog. So gently bring first your foot down and then slowly open. Release anytime you want. Bring yourself back to high plank. From high plank down to the mat. Last time for today. Breathe in cobra. If you have problems, if you are recovering from lower back injury, don't go for up dog. Cobra is sufficient. That means keep your hips on the mat. In the up dog, the hips are going up. In cobra, the hips are on the mat. And from here down dog last time. Breathe out the pain. If you still feel some stretching in the lower back or in the lower legs, breathe out and push this pain away. And then lean forward slightly. Breathe in and breathe out. Walk your feet throughout your arms and come to the sitting position. And then slowly down to your back. We're gonna go for the last stretch in a fish-like stretch. If you have something, you can put it underneath your shoulder blades. You can cross your legs or just simply bring in the butterfly position, so feet together. But you can also cross them if you prefer so. And relax your upper back over your support, head pointing down to the floor. If this is not giving you any problem, you can also invert your neck completely and press your head down to the mat. Or something that can hold your lower back while you're resting. Completely rest. Take as much rest as you need it. I hope to see you again for another yoga workout. Have a nice Sunday.